Welcome, everyone, to the first ever Jeopardy Honors event. We're here on the Jeopardy blue carpet. I'm here with the one and only Buzzy Cohen.
Sarah, thank you so much for having me. I am so excited for this event. It is going to be incredible. We have so many amazing people from Jeopardy's past, present, and future here.
Yes, we're going to be giving away awards. We're going to be inducting our inaugural Hall of Fame class, but first, they're going to come and talk to us right here on the blue carpet. So stay tuned. Ken Jennings.
Ken Jennings.
First ever Jeopardy Honors event. A lot of firsts for you this year, but what's this like?
This is very exciting. I feel like Jeopardy's never had like a swanky Hollywood party like this. These are people I've never seen in a button-down shirt, let alone business cocktail, let alone this. Look at this.
Look at this.
Award for you, Ken.
That looks amazing.
Michael Davies.
First off, Buzzy, what are you wearing?
I'm wearing Paul Smith.
Very nice.
A vintage tie.
Yeah.
This is actually a monogrammed pocket square and Ferragamo shoes.
Ferragamo shoes, nothing like Ferragamo shoes.
There really is nothing.
I know, they're beautifully made. Is there some sort of, I'm interested in what you're wearing too, Sarah, but is there some kind of snappy lining to this Paul Smith suit? Did not disappoint. Did not disappoint. I had a feeling.
Here he is.
This is a familiar face.
The reigning Tournament of Champions winner, Sam Cavanaugh.
Sam, welcome to the first ever Jeopardy Honors.
Thank you. Thank
You come bearing a prop.
Well, tell us about this. What are you
Tell
holding
us,
here?
Whoever thought of such a thing?
I don't know. It's a little over the top. I don't know who could have come up with this. This is the belt, the 2021 belt for me. I also have the 2022 belt for the next winner. This man standing right next to me, Buzzy Cohen, invented the concept of the Jeopardy belt.
This was a gift originally from your wife,
From my
right,
wife,
Buzzy?
that's right. Yeah.
And
She gifted it to me, and then I put out on Twitter whoever won the next tournament of champions, I'd make it for them. That ended up being James, who's here tonight. James passed it forward on to you, and now we're on the eve of finding out who's going to have that belt, that next belt.
I'm excited for it. I'm so excited for this tournament.
It's Amy!
I know. Are we speeding? Because Buzzy's kind of going crazy right now.
That it is, yes.
I'm trying to play it very cool.
I know. You're not doing so well, but it's
Just
okay.
me and my pal Amy.
Yeah, just hanging out at the Jeopardy blue carpet.
Yeah, like you do. Yeah.
Like we do. Welcome to the Jeopardy Honors.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here. I did not know it existed until recently, but I'm very excited by
Well,
it.
it didn't, so there's
Yeah, well, I
that.
mean, that's why.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, you've been at a lot of carpet events in the past year. Have you been to a blue carpet yet?
I've not been to a blue carpet. I've done red, and I think one was green. I don't remember why, but yeah, blue is a new one.
All right, we can be your first when it
Yes.
comes to that. Matt, dressing up for the event.
Yeah, clearly, as you can see.
The first ever honors event. What does it mean to be a part of it?
It's just great. I love to see so many faces here, past, present, and maybe some future as well. I'm just glad to be a part of it.
And we know you're receiving award, Best Game Moment. So forever you're going to be bonded with Jessica Stevens and Jonathan Fisher.
Yes, I want to hate them because they're the crux. They're the end for me, but they're just such great people that I love them both.
I'm starstruck.
That's
You're
what
an
Buzzy
icon.
said when you were walking up. He's like, I'm starstruck.
Well, and I said that you were like a fashion inspiration for me coming back for the tournament, so I hope I'm dressed,
I'm loving it. I want to know, who are you wearing?
Yes,
I am
Buzzy
wearing
wants to know.
Tiger of Sweden for the suit, and then the shirts are like someone else's closet that they gave to me, and like a Banana Republic cheap $10 tank top. So
Rocking it.
That has to be good luck, right?
no, exactly. I mean, I brought back a lot of the pieces that I wore the first time. I'm gonna have my same signature earrings when I play the game. So
Is that superstitious or is that just regular stitious?
medium stitches? I don't know. Don't fix what isn't broken.
What's it like to be back on the Sony lot, but not be competing?
A little weird, I feel the competitive juice is flowing already just seeing the scenery around here. But, I really wanted you to let me spin the wheel. They still haven't let me spin the wheel yet.
Next time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to beg for days, and I finally got to spin the wheel.
I think it was like 16 years later that I spun the wheel, so you've got a little bit of time left.
So I have a quick question for you, James. If you could create your own award to have every year at the honors, what would it be?
Ooh, I think I would have to go with worst sportsmanship on stage. I think
Worst sportsmanship.
that might be named the James Holzhauer Award. In fact,
I would have guessed you'd go for like biggest daily double. That should.
okay, but that's like an actual thing, right?
Well, yeah, we're doing actual sort of.
Engrave it on something, I guess.
I know, you never know. You never know. Well, it's great to have you back. Congratulations on tonight's award, and we'll see if we can get you back here another time, maybe to compete. These contestants, they all talk about when you say their name, what that means to them to hear Johnny Gilbert introduce them. What does it mean to you to know that?
Isn't that something? I mean, really amazing. And I get a lot of fan mail. It's really remarkable. People, and I never even think about that, you know, how closely they watch the show and listen to everything and are really drawn in by various things on the show that you never think of. A game show, 30-minute game show, how are they going to be? But it is an animal of its own, so we know that. We know that.
Yeah, I can tell you as a contestant, when you said my name, I was like, I'm good. It happened. I'm done. I'm going to go home now.
Keep doing it, Buzzy. I hope I can.
Absolutely.
I'm going to try that.
We hope so too.
Okay.
The man, the myth, the legend, Ryan Long.
Ryan Long is here.
Hello.
You may be just about as famous as your dad.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I can't believe you're going to be on the famous.
Yes. I heard you had your first airplane trip out here. What was that like?
It was awesome.
Andrew He has arrived on the Jeopardy blue carpet.
Hi.
Welcome.
Say hi to your mom.
Hi, Mom.
Your mom's not watching.
He's really made it because he's here.
My mom-
He's at the Jeopardy Honors
My
event.
mom will watch whatever. If this goes online, my mom will watch this every day. Like, I'm not even kidding.
Over and over.
Over and over. My dad straight up told my mom, like, you need to stop. You're just like resting on laurels or whatever. You didn't even accomplish this. Like,
I've got a mom too. I know what you're talking about. Other than cutest friendship, what award do you think you are up for?
Well, I was gonna say best quarter zip, but he already got that.
I think best shoes, honestly.
They're incredible shoes. It was the first thing I saw.
Jeopardy National College Championship representing in the wardrobe. No college sweatshirt today.
I was kind of hoping I would wear it after seeing Ryan's t-shirt, but I was like, okay, I'll cool it. So yeah, came dressed.
What does it mean to you to be at the first ever Jeopardy Honors?
It's pretty cool. It's a very nice event. You know, getting to meet so many new people, all the significant others and friends of the contestants is really awesome, and I'm just having a great time.
Well, Buzzy, our first ever blue carpet.
We did it. We survived.
You just said the word star-studded.
Star-studded. I'm starstruck. It was star-studded. Just such a special thing for everyone to come together, honor the players from this season, as well as the people that really have made Jeopardy what it is.
Yes, and I think just to be in such great company with people who love the show as much as we do, these are the real celebrities. These are the Jeopardy celebrities. They're all in one place this evening, and now we're going to throw an award show.
Yeah, with our people. We're giving awards to our favorite people. What could be better?
And you're going to host.
I am hosting, apparently.
All right, it's coming right up.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for being here to the first ever Jeopardy Honors. I'm your host for the event, Buzzy Cohen, and I'm very, very excited to be here. Tonight, we're going to be recognizing some of our most memorable performances and players from season 38, and along with a special award presented to a Jeopardy player who has made as big of an impact off the stage as they have on it. And for the first time in Jeopardy's 58-year history, we will induct our inaugural Hall of Fame class, honoring some of the greatest contributors to the show's legacy. I see a lot of familiar faces out there tonight. We've got our Tournament of Champions competitors, who we've all been watching for the last year, the Jeopardy staff, and Jeopardy host Ken Jennings. Mayim Bialik unfortunately could not be here with us tonight, but she did want to send everybody a message.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to the first ever Jeopardy Honors event. I'm very sorry I can't be with you this evening. I'm actually on the set of Call Me Kat tonight, but I want to send my congratulations to all of you who are receiving awards and to the inaugural Jeopardy Hall of Fame class. I also want to wish our Tournament of Champions contestants the best of luck in your upcoming games this week. I can't wait to see how the competition unfolds. Have a great evening, everyone. See you soon.
I think we could all agree season 38 was one for the record books, a historic season of Jeopardy, and so it seemed like a great opportunity to commemorate the players in a very new way, something that we haven't done before. And tonight is also a very special night for Jeopardy, as it is the eve of the Tournament of Champions, Ken Jennings' first ever Tournament of Champions. That's all I've got on Ken. The first award is actually one that I think I would have won. Near and dear to my heart. Unfortunately, Jeopardy honors didn't exist way back in 2016 when I was a contestant. But let's take a look at the winner for Best Dressed. Young Sheng Wang, come on up here, receive your award. Emmy. Congratulations. Oh my God, look at the statue. You get a real statue. Look at the camera real quick. Congratulations. Enjoy your beer. Thank you.
I feel like Miss Congeniality.
To present our next award, I think it's only fitting that we invite Ken Jennings up here. Ken.
Thank you, Buzzy. If you guys don't know, that's Buzzy Cohen. He was on Jeopardy briefly. Thank you so much for being here tonight. When I was first on the show almost 20 years ago, various friends and relatives had given me different suggestions for how I should write my name on the contestant podium, a notoriously tricky part of the contestant experience. So I wrote my name in all caps with a small e, small n, small caps E and N. And then the next day, when I realized I had won, I thought, oh, I can do what my parents had suggested and do this other way of writing my name. And that continued for some time, and I have come to regret everything about that. It means I had to, over the years, I've come up with close to 100 ways to write my name on the Jeopardy podium. And as all the contestants here know, that light pen is a very unforgiving medium. So no one has more respect than me for players who actually do something creative and artistic with their signature on the Jeopardy podium. And I'm here to give the award for Best Signature. Did you notice the serifs on the D and the Y? Congratulations, Cindy. Well deserved.
A lot of the people out here know that the moment you become a Jeopardy champion, it's unlike anything else you will experience in your whole life. I told Tony Griffin that just below the birth of my children. But some of the contestants just really cannot contain themselves, and that moment, that winning moment, is so special. So let's take a look at the winner for season 38, Best Celebration.
That is correct. You will add $12,000, $29,600. You now have a narrow $2,000 lead over our champion, Amy Schneider. Did she come up with Bangladesh? You looked at this for a long time. No response. You're going to lose $8,000. You're going to finish in second place with $19,600. Roan Talsma, you are our new Jeopardy champion with a one-day total of $29,600. Congratulations to you.
I will be accepting this award on Roan's behalf. Roan couldn't be here, and we will be sending it to Roan. So don't you worry, this will be delivered to Roan post-haste. Everyone here knows how special the Jeopardy community is, and even though we are competitors, there are beautiful examples of generosity of spirit and sportsmanship among all of us. So with this in mind, we wanted to recognize a player who exemplified the incredible sportsmanship that happened this last season, and we will let Matt Amodio tell the story.
Let's talk a little bit about fashion. As a grad student who spends a lot of time in the lab, I'm assuming you've never had to dress up as much as we've required you to. Did you have to buy an all-new wardrobe to be here?
I bought one or two things, but I also inherited some clothing from a previous Jeopardy contestant. So thank you, James Weldon. This sweater right here is courtesy of him.
We're going to send the award to James along with all the sweaters that Matt borrowed and didn't give back. Next up, we have the award for the best game moment. And there are 3 people in our audience tonight who made that moment possible. Let's take a look.
We come now to Jessica Stevens with 14,400. And your response? What is Austria? That is correct. What did you wager? Wow. Everything but $1. That will take you up to 28,799. That puts you in the lead for the moment. Jonathan Fisher at 14,600. Did you come up with Austria? You did. We know that's correct. But did you bid enough to put you in first place? You did. This takes you to $29,200. You are our new Jeopardy champion. Congratulations. And we have to say goodbye to Matt Amodio with an unbelievable 38-day winning streak. That is one for the books. It has been an honor and a pleasure to watch you here. Congratulations.
In a season of super champions, it can be difficult to single out any one player. But in selecting our most valuable player, we looked at the player who alone won 17% of the total games played in season 38.
First of all, did she write down the Great Barrier Reef? Oh, she did. So this could be a big payout. What did she wager? Wow, that's a gutsy bet. $25,000. You win $63,000 today. Your 40-day total, $1,382,800. That is your second highest one-day total. And you've now been a Jeopardy champion for 40 days and 40 nights.
Congratulations, Amy Schneider. Come on up. For our final award of the evening, before we welcome our Hall of Fame inductees, I would like to invite Jean Trebek up to the stage.
All right. Well, it's great to be here with all of you this evening. And Jeopardy reached out to me about the idea of honoring one person each year as the Alex Trebek Person of the Year, recognizing a player who makes contributions beyond the Jeopardy stage through volunteer and charity work, a quality so valued by Alex and our family. This year, the award goes to James Holzhauer and his wife, Melissa. They have spent so much time and energy on philanthropic endeavors, often in their hometown of Las Vegas. One of the organizations the Holzhauers have supported is Project 150, which helps homeless and displaced teens in Las Vegas. In James's name, Jeopardy is donating $10,000 to Project 150 and their great work. Congratulations, James.
Now it is my honor to induct the Jeopardy class of 2022 Hall of Fame. This first year, Jeopardy really focused on the pioneers of the program, those who greatly contributed to the legacy of the show. So without further ado, here are your 2022 inductees. Merv and Julianne Griffin, here to accept on behalf of his mom and dad, Tony Griffin.
As my father would say, Tony, don't drop the trophies. This is really nice. I didn't think I'd be coming up here, but since I am here, I was just thinking how my mom and dad came up with it. Everyone knows the story, I think. You were telling me that before the show, they tell the story every time. So if I tell that story, everyone knows. But it was a $64,000 question. My dad was despondent. He got on a plane with my mother and said, "Oh, Julianne, it's awful. There's no more game shows." And she said, "Well, why?" And he said, "The $64,000 question just got busted." And she said, "For giving the answers." And she said, "Why don't you give the answers?" And she said, "What are you talking about?" And she said, 5,280. He said, "How many feet in a mile?" She said, 229 Baker Street. He said, "Where does Sherlock Holmes live?" And that was it. And so the next day he went home and he worked on it. And I was just telling Michael Davies when they were at the studio one day and they're working on it, and somebody said, "You know, I think it just needs more Jeopardy, Merv." And he goes, "Ooh, Jeopardy. Oh, that's a good name." And so bang, that was the name of the show. So they picked Jeopardy, and I got to work with Nikki, who's here. Nikki is Alex Trebek's, right here, Alex Trebek's daughter. And I was, just one season, I was working Dance Fever, and he goes, "Tony, go over to Jeopardy, learn something." You know, I went over to Jeopardy. By the way, I took that test 4 times. I did not pass it. I did not. But I got a 66. I think they go, "Oh, that's close." I'm like, yeah, sure. So I'm working there with Nikki one day, and we're talking, and somebody comes by with compliances. They're walking the contestants down, and some guy goes, "Hey, Tony," and I go, "Matt, how are you?" And Alex was kind of standing there, and he goes, "Do you know him?" I said, "Yeah, I went to college with him." He goes, I go, "What?" He goes, "He's off." I go, "What do you mean he's off?" He goes, "You can't know anybody on the show." I go, "I barely know the guy. You know, I had lunch with him once." So he got kicked off the show, but he didn't hold it against me. So this is really a great honor. My mom is 93. She lives in Palmyra, Virginia. She said, "Just make sure you tell them that I was an integral part, you know, and your Aunt Maureen, who's over here, she's 90, they live together." She said she pulled the cards back in the day before they had the actual television sets. They used to pull the cards. And she used to hit this guy when he would mess up, because sometimes the cards would get stuck. You know, they'd pull like 200, turtles for 200 or something, and they'd pull the cards. So it was a trip. I remember seeing that as a kid. And it's a real treat. One other thing real quick. My father, in 1986, sold Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune to Coca-Cola, which became Sony, or sold to Sony, whatever you want to call it. And they gave him a contract till 2000 to be executive producer. And he absolutely loved that. And I said, "Dad, that's a long time." He goes, "Oh, it'll never make it that long. Never. No. Here we are 22 years later, and it's still going strong. And it's because of you guys. My dad would be proud. I'll tell my mom tonight or tomorrow when I call her. And she'll be like, what did they say?" I said, "Oh, they love you and Dad." So thank you all.
Our next inductee really took the show and made it, what it is today. We wouldn't know who Ken Jennings or Amy Schneider or Buzzy Cohen is if it wasn't for Harry Friedman.
Hi, everybody. I'm sorry I can't be there tonight to join in the celebration. I am so very humbled to be honored as a Jeopardy pioneer alongside Merv Griffin and Julianne Griffin. Their amazing, incredible concept for Jeopardy has endured for almost 60 years. And along with the ultimate Jeopardy icon, Alex Trebek, and the incomparable and ageless Johnny Gilbert. Nobody rocks a satin jacket like Johnny Gilbert. Beginning in 1997, I was very fortunate to lead the talented Jeopardy staff through a remarkable period of growth and change. One of those changes, lifting the 5-time appearance limit, came about after 2 years of consideration and some rather spirited conversation among Alex, Rocky Schmidt, Lisa Brafman, and me. Finally, with the studio's blessing, we took the plunge because we all agreed that ultimately there should be no limit to excellence. And we made that change. I think there's a fair number of people here tonight who would agree that it was a really, really good thing to do. You're welcome. My thanks to Tony Vinciquerra and Michael Davies for continuing to keep me in the Jeopardy family. I'm proud to know that the future of Jeopardy will be built on the solid foundation that you are honoring here tonight. Thank you.
Our next inductee, it feels a little weird to be introducing him because I think we all of us who have been on the show feel like the second he introduces you, you've made it. I don't know about everyone else, but the second I heard Johnny Gilbert say my name, I was like, okay, the rest of this is gravy. But he really is, in a lot of ways, such a heart and soul of the show, and he has been there since day one. It's my honor to induct Johnny Gilbert.
Testing, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it works. Okay. One of the things that Alex said many times on the show, and many of you know this, one of the reasons he loved doing the show was that he got to be around smart people. And he was talking about all of you. To be around folks that are so smart and so bright make the world so much better. All of you do, and all of you have. 38 years ago, Merv Griffin said, Johnny, we're going to put Jeopardy into syndication, like you to be the announcer. We got a 13-week contract. So we all went into the studio and did Jeopardy for 13 weeks, hoping we'd get a renewal. 38 years later, the show is bigger and better than ever. I think of all of the different facets of the show that I've watched so long, for so many of you as you've come through here. And the one thing, if I say anything tonight, that I think is so important and so wonderful, and what makes the show tick, are the writers on this show, ladies and gentlemen. They're the ones that sit in the little room and come up with this wonderful material to make this show happen. There are many different facets to it, you know that, and so do I. It's one of a kind. There'll never be another Jeopardy, nothing like it. A lot of people have tried to copy it, and you've seen that. Over the years on television, they last about 13 weeks. And that's it, because it is so unique and brings the good out of so many different people. To step aside for just a second, in the 38 years of doing the show, and I did a couple before I did this, I'm older than God, but I'm still here. But to tell you the most important thing of all of it, and you've heard this many times before, is you don't do things by yourself. You never do things by yourself. You think you do, but you don't. If you don't have somebody helping you, somebody pushing you, somebody saying, hey, that's good, you can do it. You can do that. Do that. Ladies and gentlemen, my wife, Sherry Gilbert, ladies and gentlemen. I love you so much. I don't really have much else to say, nor do you want to hear it. But for as long as the good Lord will let me, I'm going to keep introducing your names and other names to millions of people all around the world. And I will do it with great pride. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ravi.
Our last inaugural inductee really needs no introduction. I think all of us have thought a lot about him. You know, Alex was synonymous with the show, and what's amazing is people who obviously know me as associated with the show is not just what he meant to each of us, but also what he meant to all of us. And I think that that is such a special thing about Alex, and here to accept on Alex's behalf, Jean Trebek.
Being asked to accept this award on behalf of Alex is bittersweet. And possibly the best part is that it gives me the opportunity to express something within Alex's heart that perhaps he didn't have the chance to say to the honorees being acknowledged this evening. Alex felt great, immense gratitude for being able to host this esteemed show that we all know and enjoy, which is called Jeopardy. He absolutely loved being part of the team of brilliant people who created and continuously produced a television show that promoted everything we as human beings respect and appreciate. Qualities such as intelligence, camaraderie, excellence, humor. He loved it all, and he couldn't be more proud to be part of this team. Alex wholeheartedly believed in the values and the true goodness of this program and was himself in awe of the profound impact it had on millions of people all across the world. So on behalf of Alex, myself, my children, I'm so grateful to be here with all of you tonight to just partake in this beautiful celebration of this magnificent show. I thank Michael and Tony for continuing it in the most beautiful, graceful, and intelligent way. So thank you.
Well, I think everyone can see why I am very honored to continue to be a part of this community, both the fun that we can have with Jeopardy and also the incredible people that made it happen, the values that it stands for. And that is it for our first ever Jeopardy honors. Thank you all for being here. Good luck to the Tournament of Champions contestants. I'm Buzzy Cohen, and this has been a blast. Good evening.
Looking for more fun Jeopardy videos? The smart thing to do would be to click the subscribe button below.